about this new caucus procedure. And I have supported Hillary for many, many years, for many reasons. But I guess one that touches my heart the most is my daughter is bipolar. And when after she was 26 years old, she was uninsurable, unless she could get a special kind of job. Of course, now with the Affordable Care Act, they've gotten rid of pre-existing conditions, but I lost my daughter to London because England does have nationalized medicine, and I lost her there for educational reasons as well. But my main goal is to keep health care going forward. I've worked in healthcare all of my life until I just retired. I want to keep it going. I want it to be available for everybody, and I see that Hillary is going to support that and not let us go backwards. Now, I have the honor of introducing Congressman Becerra. He's a California congressman, and he's the chair of the House Democratic Caucus. He's worked tirelessly, was the first to work tirelessly for the support of Hillary Clinton. I read a few things about him, and so if you let me look at my notes. He graduated from Stanford, and after law school, he worked for the legal services supporting the mentally ill, which again is part of my heart. He has worked to strengthen Medicare. He's offered forgiveness of student loans to librarians that work in underdeveloped communities or underserved communities. And he's the first member of Congress to support Hillary. I would like to
First, can I just say, anytime I see a group that the majority is younger than me, I think it's good. So, thank you, because that's the way it begins. I am now in my 25th year in elected office, 23 of them in Congress. And I remember when I got elected, the first time I was 31 or 32, I was always the youngest one. And I looked young then, and so I would, and for those of you who speak Spanish, you'll notice, every time I go to Mexico, I always, and I still sometimes, they'll say to me, when I go to a restaurant, oye, ¿qué quiere usted, joven? And that's, young man, what would you like? And then, I'm in my 50s now. I'm in the latter side of the 50s. Anytime someone still calls me young man, I'm happy about it. But I think it's great that younger folks are here, because we need people to get excited beyond the folks who know what it really means if we don't elect good people. We need those who are young and experiencing it for the first time, their opportunity to really just spread their chest and make a difference for the country. And so the sooner you start doing it, by the time you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you're just going to be so good at it. And that's why you're going to appreciate when you get the younger folks who come in, because we need that blood. We really need it. So first, thank you. It's always great. I just was dropped off by someone who I consider a great friend, but who is just a phenomenal leader, Ruben Kiewit, who's a state senator here in Nevada. I knew Ruben when he was considered really young, when he was in his 20s, and he started helping people like Harry Reid get elected. And now he's a state senator, he's running for Congress, someone I'm supporting, but he's making a difference. And so it's so important to see, as I said, a lot of the younger folks who are here. Monica, thank you for the introduction. Congratulations on being here in Nevada. The Southwest is the place to be, as you can tell, because the temperature here is a lot better than your old place. And I think that's what makes a big difference here. The Southwest continues to grow. Nevada is critical. Critical. Because it's one of the first states, and if you think about it, one of the first states in the voting process for president. But for so many of the people I see in this room, it's important because the issues that are important to you and Nevada aren't necessarily the issues you're hearing about as much in New Hampshire and Iowa. And so Nevada, I'm looking at a crowd that looks a lot more like my hometown. I'm looking at a crowd that looks a lot more like my family. I'm looking at a crowd that I guarantee you went through some of the same things I did. I'm the first in my family to get a college degree. My father went to the 6th grade. He worked in road construction most of his life. He started working as a farm worker. He fixed the brakes on railroad cars. He canned tomatoes for Campbell's soup, and then he started doing road construction. He did it with a union. Because he did it with a union, he got a pension. He worked for the laborers, Local 185. I worked for the union. I worked as a laborer to help pay for my college as well. I have 3 sisters. All 4 of us have some college. I went on to get a law degree. My father, when he was younger, would tell the stories. Tells the stories when he was your age. he couldn't walk into restaurants because the sign outside said, no dogs or Mexicans allowed. And so, but he never, he never said it in a bitter way, because he was always working and working. And so I remember the first time I had a chance to take my mom and father to Washington, and I got to take them through the doors of the White House to meet with the President of the United States. A guy who couldn't walk into a restaurant, now got to walk in and meet the President of the United States. That's what's special about this country. That's why I hope you're here, because we have a chance to make a difference, to get someone who will want to open doors for everybody. Hillary Clinton's been doing that for a long time. But as President Clinton, she'll open a whole lot more doors than she was able to open when she was First Lady Clinton, and when she was Senator Clinton, or when she was Secretary Clinton. And so for me, there is nobody who could match that vision and the desire to open doors with the real experience to know how to do it. And that's one thing where I will encourage all of you who are a little younger to do this as often as you can, because I now know how much experience it needs. Sometimes we can get it wrong. We fall down, and if we're smart, we'll get back up. And you fall again maybe, but you know how to get back up quicker the next time. And then that third time when you're about to fall, you don't fall, because you know how to stop the fall. And that fourth time, you're avoiding the fall, somebody else is falling. Experience. Hillary Clinton, let me tell you, there are a whole bunch of folks who tried to knock her down. They're still trying to knock her down. She's tenacious. She will fight. And I love what she stands for. And that's why I'm with Hillary Clinton. Just the way a lot of people 8 years ago said I should not go with Barack Obama. But I saw something in Barack Obama. To me, I didn't believe that in my still active life I would see us elect a person of color to be president of the United States. So I said, I got to do everything I can to make that possible. And by the way, Hillary Clinton was ready for president, and I knew Hillary Clinton. I just felt like I had to do something to make it possible. Well, I know this right now. I have to do everything I can as possible to help Hillary Clinton become the next president of the United States. I hope you'll do the same. When's your caucus? February 20th. February 20th. We need you out there. We need you to do what you're doing. Sunday. It's not a bad day. And you're here. That's what we need you to do. Because you can make such a difference. Someone is waiting for you to say to them, you couldn't walk into that restaurant, but I'm going to open a door. And I hope you'll open the door for me when I knock on it. Because please don't do what so many people have done to us in the past. Tell us we can't walk through the door. And so it's time. We've fallen a lot of times, more often than not because we were pushed. So let's just be ready. Let's get, be on our toes. Let's just do this the right way. And so I think what I would like to say to you is, I may be from LA, but I know you. You are no different than so many people in my family. I know you better than you think. And you know what? Be better than you think. And if we do this together, man, it's powerful. Family is powerful. Someone not trying to knock you down. You got a good family? You either get right up or you never fall. And so let's do this together. Let's help elect the person who's the most qualified, the best prepared, but more than that, she's going to do what we need to do to open doors and stop telling people you can't walk into this restaurant. Help us. Are you ready to help us between now and the caucuses in February to make this happen? Can we get you? Yes. Can we get you to make it Saturday? Yeah. How many of you, is this the first time you're getting involved in an election, a political campaign? Amen. Excellent. Don't stop. And guess what? Just tell somebody else what you're doing. I guarantee you, somebody's just spending a whole bunch of time on their personal device watching the rerun of Comedy Central again. They already saw it. And they don't need to see it again. Tell them to come out here. Tell them to help us out. They'll have a good time. They'll even feed you, including candy sometimes. So come out, help us, and then guess what? When Hillary Clinton becomes not candidate But our president,
Yes.
President Hillary Clinton, guess what? You're the one that stopped her from falling. You're the one that pushed her forward. You're the one that can say, Hillary, remember, I was there? Now, guess what? My dad was told he couldn't walk through that door. My brother, my sister is trying to get into college. My parents are trying to buy their first house. Can you be there for us now? I guarantee you, it's very different when you're talking to family. And I want you to tell you, your family, you gotta do this. We help each other. So thank you for being here. Work it hard. When Hillary wins this thing, you take credit. You deserve it. And let's bring other people out to prove to people we understand what we're doing. We're opening doors. Because a lot of people want to work really hard for this country. You just got to be able to walk through those doors. Thank you very much.